Hello guys, it's the 49th Gunner back again with some good news. We managed another win against Brentford. A nice 1-0. Probably one of the most frustrating games I've listened to in a long while. There were some interesting little stats at the start of the game. We had Ramsdale, Odegaard, and Jesus back. Ramsdale was playing because of Raya's parent club rule, so obviously he wasn't in goal against Brentford. We had Ramsdale, Tomiyasu, Saliba, Gabriel, Zinchenko, Rice, Trossard, Odegaard, Saka, Martinelli, and Jesus all playing together. Jesus performed fantastically. For Brazil, played, I think, 96, 97 minutes the full game, plus the extra time. So it was great that he got that in the bag, and then obviously, I'm pretty sure everybody's aware, but Trossard was a phenomenal bit of skill that he did in that dribble on the left wing for Belgium. Absolutely brilliant piece of sort of chipping the ball up, hitting it down with his knee, running full speed and just completely and utterly destroying some poor defender's career. So that's fantastic. I was very, very apprehensive about this game. I thought Brentford were going to do very well, which they have done, all season and now for a very long time. Brentford are certainly a fantastic club that have been built off a lot less than a lot of the clubs in the Premier League, and full respect to Brentford. The game itself, I'll get to that soon, but there were a couple more little interesting stats. Mikel's 200th match in charge, and he's won more games. I'm sure all of you probably know this now, but he's won more games in 200 out of all 9 of the managers that have made it to that amount. He's the highest win ratio manager to 200 games. So let's hope that continues. That's a fantastic little stat. The previous longest unbeaten run in in London derbies collectively was set by us between 2001 and 2005. We went 35 London derbies unbeaten, which is very, very impressive. Like I say, so the entire game in itself, right, we'll start with the first half. We came firing out of the box in the first half. And for me in that first half, bar a couple of... we had an early chance from Martinelli. We had an early free kick. We were putting a little bit of pressure on in the first half. Trossard was unlucky with a chance 10 minutes in. Generally, the first half was dead. The first 10 minutes, after the first 10 minutes, we got the 3 kids here and my missus, and they were having a bit of a chat to me while I was listening to it on the radio, so I may have missed little bits here and there, but the first half was very, very disappointing. I literally don't really have anything much to say about the first half. We had Ramsdale made a silly mistake. He was sort of dwelling on the ball for ages and basically gave a ball away. Striker took it, had a shot. Ramsdale didn't. I think Ramsdale then managed to get behind that shot. Another player of theirs, I think it was Mbeumo, came in and hit it, and Rice cleared it off the line. So basically, we nearly had a bit of a nightmare. We also had Trossard scoring, but Trossard's goal was unfortunately offside. Otherwise, that would have kept that really, really cool stat of him having more goals and assists than starts. I think he's now level with starts and goals and assists, which is still phenomenal. But he was unfortunate to have a goal offside. So that it could have been 1-1 by the offside and by the crazy shaky mistake by Ramsdale. It could have been 1-1. The second half started off very lively. Like I said, I'm getting through this so quickly because I really don't have too much to say about it. The second half started really, really lively. I think Brentford played really well in the entirety of the game. Brentford really, played very, very well. Although they were wasteful with the chances, they were very unsuccessful throughout the whole game with chances. I believe that they've got a great squad. I have to give credit to Brentford. I think the game generally was. There weren't too many fouls. It was just a hard, well fought, collective game by both teams. But fair play to Brentford for playing against the club that are challenging well in the Champions League. I really respect them for that. I can't start pretending that they did anything, particularly. I don't really have anything to moan about with regards to Brentford throughout that game. Like I say, a couple of silly challenges from them, but at the same time, a couple of silly challenges from us. Martinelli got booked for a silly foul that he made. Brentford came close a few times. There was an effort in the second half where Brentford they were kind of wasteful. Arsenal had this big build up. They went on the break and should have scored. They maybe could have had two, but fortunately it wasn't to be. It was more a fortune favours kind of game today. I think Brentford were very unlucky not to come away with 1 or 2 goals. And Nketiah and Elneny warming up the 60-minute mark. We got Havertz on. Now, everybody knows that's watched these videos. I've been moaning about Havertz. But it was Havertz that basically got us the win right at the end with a header. Before that, we'd had a wasteful corner. We'd had another super close chance. That was near on the 80th minute. Zinchenko playing it to Trossard. Rice basically took the ball from Trossard and just full on levered it and was just unlucky to miss a bottom corner chance. But yeah, I mean, it was Havertz saving us. It was Havertz basically winning us the game, and he saved us with a header right at the end. And I think that's very, very lucky. But at the same time, it's kind of good that the players have gone through this experience for a bit of a shaky start after the international games. They've had a bit of a shaky one. They still pulled a win out the bag. And now they have this experience to sort of re-wake themselves, rejuvenate themselves for the rest of the league games that will follow. There's going to be a fair while now for any more international games to get in the way. I believe we've got until March. Don't quote me, but I believe we've got until March until we have more international games. So we've got a fair little chunk of time to just smash some Premier League games and get some more big wins. Like I say, so very, very good stuff. It was good to see Odegaard back. Odegaard wasn't, he didn't play sort of at the usual tempo, but he's been off for a while. It was good to see Ramsdale back, but bar that one mistake, there wasn't really much for him to worry about. Like I say, Brentford were pretty wasteful with their chances and we managed to pull off the win. So I'm very thanking the lucky football gods for this win today. But let's hope with the next one, we don't have that. That's not going to be the case in the next game. Also, another thing with regards to tickets, I've been applying for the tickets as usual. And as of recently, I had the West Ham game turned down. So I'm just getting rejections from this stupid ballot system. I don't want to whinge about that too much because it's standard now. I was going to apply for the Palace game, but I'm thinking to myself, is there any point? Because, like I say, I know I've been to the one game, but I should have been to 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 games now. And I've been to one. So I feel like a real sofa fan. It's not like I'm not trying, but I'm happy. I'm happy with the win, so I'm not going to moan on about that too much. I generally want this to be a positive. And despite a hard battle in Brentford, we still managed to pull away the 3 points. But I'd like to say good luck to Brentford for the rest of their season. What they're doing and the work behind behind closed doors, the way that their ownership have, been, the way sort of that their entire structure is fantastic. And I really, I know they're a London club, but I can't disrespect Brentford really. Let's just hope we can nick Tony off them. But yeah, like I say, that'll do for me. Just a little video. If you guys can like and subscribe and you want to know more news about the greatest club on the planet, then I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Nice positive little 1-0 win, and that'll keep me smiling until the next one. Fingers crossed we get another win and I keep my smile up. Thank you very much, guys, if you watched. I'm the 49th Gunner. Come on, you Gunners. Thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.